I bought this thing to make a video, but this is not the video I was expecting to make. This kind of stuff does not happen to me. I unknowingly just bought an internet famous quad and I had no idea until after I already bought it. This is a 2001 Honda TRX 400EX. So let me unload this thing off the trailer. I'll tell you the backstory on how I got this thing and how we found out that this thing is actually famous. Scrolling Facebook Marketplace, as every man does. What I do for a living is I flip cars. The content that we make, go-karts, dirt bikes, quads, power sports stuff. So I'm like, what can I do to make content that I can also flip and make money and provide for my family? Well, why don't we transition flipping cars into flipping power sports stuff? Now, this is all foreign to me. The same principles apply, but I don't know the market on these things at all. I had a lot of friends growing up that had 400EXs and they're a very popular quad. That much I did know. So I said, well, let's start there. I stumbled upon this thing. Go and look at it, make a deal. As they're helping me load it on my trailer, they're like, what are you gonna do with it? I'm like, well, I make YouTube videos. So I bought this thing to make a video. They're like, oh, you do YouTube? Then they're like, I've heard of 2 Vintage. I'm like, yes. 2 Vintage is another YouTuber here in Wisconsin who takes these old neglected machines and he breathes new life into them, gets them back on the trail, makes them mechanically rock solid. He's like, he used to own this thing. He did the big bore kit, he did the seat, he put some of the stuff on here. I'm like, no way, what a small world. I didn't even know 2 Vintage was in Wisconsin. It blows my mind because I watch his videos all the time. I'm gonna link one of his videos in the description, going through and replacing the top end and some of the other stuff he did on this thing. So check that out. So here I am. I own 2 Vintage is 2001 Honda TRX 400EX. Gang. I'm gonna stick with my plan. We're gonna try and flip this thing. We're gonna go through it today. It definitely needs some love. I'm gonna dig into a little bit, bring you guys along, see exactly what it needs. We're gonna apply all the principles that I use from flipping cars, apply it to this thing, and see if we can make some money on it. So let's dig in. Right out the gate, you can see that this thing, she nasty. A key thing when you're flipping is the aesthetics. It has to look as nice as you can possibly make it. A lot of people try and flip cars, an emphasis on the word try. They ain't got it. It's a skill that you can definitely learn, but everyone just tries to buy low, sell high. It ain't that simple. There's a lot more that goes into it. So we got to make this thing look as beautiful as possible. This wheel is bent to shit. Driving down the road, this one was just bouncing and shaking and going crazy. I think I'm gonna have to track down a wheel right away for this thing. I have a powder coating set up. So I'm gonna take off a lot of miscellaneous brackets and powder coat them, get everything looking good. Rattle cans will do the trick, but you got to do a nice job and don't spray it on the bike. Overspray everywhere, it looks even shittier. Take it off, make it look nice. But we got to pressure wash this thing. Conveniently, my pressure washer took a shit. Thanks Harbor Freight, thanks China. We'll work with the regular garden hose, degrease it, shine this thing up, and get a real good look at what we're working with, dial in the direction we're gonna take it from there. Now that I finally got 30% of it clean, I should have just left it dirty. Yep, the dirt covered up some of the blemishes, so my bad. Sorry it's echoey as hell, but I had to push it back in the garage and close the door because the neighbor kids won't stop fucking screaming! Peel the rear seat off. I'm gonna peel the rest of these plastics off and start peeling brackets off and see what I'm gonna paint, what's gonna get powder coat, grind down all the rust, and then powder coat miscellaneous brackets and just get this thing looking real Gucci. This front brush guard is slightly bent, so I'm gonna see if your boy got enough strength to tweak it back. No, absolutely not. I'm shot. Still crooked. All right, I guess it's gonna stay crooked because your boy ain't got the patience or the finesse for that. remember to lift with your back in a sudden jerking motion. Front brakes are shot. That's what I thought. Oh, finally. Okay. Yep. Got a new shiny boy going on. This thing's more crooked than a bad circumcision. If you're from Wisconsin, you know all about them glizzy glazers, big dog. Woo! Got a bunch of brackets sandblasted and ready to rip. They're very filthy. I didn't outgas them, so chances are they're probably gonna bubble and not be super great, but I ain't that worried about it. See, these are all scraped up anyways. We're gonna shoot some gloss black on these. I'll get you set up and let's rip. Alright, just finished coating them. I gotta slam them in the oven yet. I'm sure I put it on entirely too thick in some areas and entirely too thin in others. We're about to slam these bad boys in the oven and see what we get. This powder cures out at 400 degrees, so we got it set to 400. Let the parts get up to 400. We start the timer, 10 minutes. Hopefully they turn out. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. And I ceramic coated the exhaust with the flame proof stuff. Now this is supposed to have a bake and cure cycle as well. I did it like halfway, so we'll see what happens. I ain't got the time or patience for that shit. Now, I'm at a standstill right now, waiting for parts to come in. This bearing was shot out in it, and I can't really put anything back together without it being in the way until I get that bearing in. We'll get it all slammed together as soon as that bearing gets here. It should be here within the next couple hours. Then we're gonna get this bad mamma jamma slammed back together, you know what I mean? All right, boys, they are out of the oven, and just as I suspected, the dirtiest one, lots and lots of outgassing problems. It is what it is. I ain't tripping on it. It's under the bike anyways. The other parts turned out pretty good. We got a little bit of outgassing here, but overall decent. These brackets turned out good. These plates turned out aight. They ain't perfect. It's flip bike, man. It's better than what it was for sure. It's got a nice layer of protection on it. Looks flashy-ish. But hell yeah, baby. Let's get these bad boys on. I forgot I had the foot pegs in the strip tank when I coated everything else. I sandblasted those quick, shot them, they're cooking in the oven. I'm gonna get slamming these other brackets on. Let's rock. Rip. Ooh, crispy, son. That boy clean. The steering shaft seal finally got here, so now we can get that front end together. We slam this in, and then it should be smooth sailing from there. Hopefully, we finna see. It is caked full of dirt. I struggle with this C-clip entirely too long. We got the bearing pounded out. This thing is absolutely hammered. So am I. We lit. Here's a hot tip for you. Don't ever stick your eggplant in. Comes to bearings, put them in the freezer before you install them. Shrinks them, help it going a little easier. Don't struggle as much. In theory. Come on. Unreal. After spending basically a whole night trying to locate the correct bearing, I waited all day for the wrong bearing. Got here, wrong size. So I'm cross-referencing a bunch of parts trying to find one locally. Luckily, we were able to track one down. Just pulled it out the freezer. Hopefully, it'll go in now. That's already getting better. Where's the BFH? That took entirely way too long. We got the stem bearing in, got the steering shaft back in. We got new bars on this bad mamma jamma. Picked up some new grips as well, so we're gonna get that all slammed on right now. We have brand new tie rods for it too, inner, outer, and hell yeah, baby, let's rip. This is where I insert the Huck Tui girl and slam these motherfuckers on. Huck Tui!
You know, the way that slides on and off makes me think I should call her.
Everything reminds me of her. All right, boys, brand spanking new tires just showed up. I'm gonna break down these old wheels and tires. We got a new wheel to replace that bent one. The other three, I'm gonna get these all cleaned up and prep for powder coat. I got two more things that I'm gonna do to really set this thing off. I'll show y'all at the end. Stay tuned for that. She's gonna be mint. There she be. So I'm using my backwood mechanic bead breaker right here. Popped the bead at some point, filled this thing up with slime. Unreal. Finally done, boys. I absolutely got molested by mosquitoes to get those last couple clips. So make sure you subscribe, and when you do, make sure you hit that notification bell so you know every time I drop a banger. We're gonna get this thing posted on Facebook Marketplace. I'll go through the whole breakdown of what we bought it for, total invested, what it took to get it to this point, and what we sold it for, and any profit margin made. But that's for the next video. So I'll catch you on the next one. Eat all your peaches and pizza. Stay safe. Peace.